This is going to be my 1 month update for my Pan That Palette challenge. This is something that has been, this is a project that I've been pondering for ages. Okay, maybe not ages, but 8 months, and that's kind of a long time. I have fallen upon the Pan That Palette community or the panning community last year. I was just curious about Project 10 Pan because it was an idea that I had heard about many years ago, and I hadn't, I'd seen some beauty gurus talk about it, saying that they were going to do it, but then there were never follow-up videos about their progress, and so I just wanted to see if this was something that people actually did, and I'm in love. That's all I have to say. I'm absolutely in love with the community. I love just watching panning videos. It's so inspiring to me for people to come together, to encourage one another, to use up makeup. And in the society that we live in, that is consumer driven, that is, so focused on buying things and the newest palette and the newest lipstick and the newest blush and the newest launch, and everybody gets so hyped up about it, and then you acquire these makeup palettes and then you don't use them because you have so many other makeup palettes. And so anyway, this has just inspired my own Pan That Palette journey. I had been considering for a very long time what I wanted to do. Now, I didn't even film an introduction video to this because I was scared, I guess. I wasn't ready to put myself out there on the internet to say, hey, I'm gonna be panning this palette and watch me do it. And I've never made a video before in my life. Okay, that is a lie. I have been a project panner for the last 8 months, and I have been documenting my own progress. I've been videoing myself just for my own personal use and not putting it out there on the internet just because I wasn't comfortable with people coming into my home and watching me pan a palette. But that's just really the reality of it. And I'm a perfectionist. It's like if I can't do something perfect the first time, I don't want to do it. Fear of failure, really. And so this is going to be an experiment for me. I don't even know if I'm going to be posting this video on YouTube. I might later on down the line when I get more confidence, maybe. But, everybody has to start somewhere. So this is my somewhere. So I guess I may as well just start showing the palette because my introduction has already been so long. Actually, before I show the palette, one more thing. I started this project at the beginning of December, and the reason why was actually for 2 reasons. One was because with the job that I have, I am sometimes not allowed to wear makeup, and therefore I will not be working through this palette as quickly as somebody who can wear makeup every day. And I need to, be okay with that. I need to realize that it really doesn't matter. It's not a race, right? It's not necessarily getting to the end, but it's the journey and what you learn along the way. And just in my 8 months of project panning by myself, I truly have learned a lot. It has changed my perspective. And I suppose this is absolutely something that I could talk about in a separate video and not my Pan That Palette introduction. I am working on the Naked palette this year. My goal is to hit pan in all of the shades, not necessarily use it up. And I'm okay with that. This is probably the oldest palette that I own, and I feel guilty saying that I purchased this, I think, right after it had launched. And I think that was in 2010. However, I didn't open it until maybe 2012. So these eyeshadows are old, and I have used this palette a handful of times. I would take it on vacations with me, trips. This was my go-to palette when I would go to weddings, just because I felt like I could create a beautiful smoky eye with it. And I think that it's about time that I have actually used it learned more about it, bonded with it. I already know that I like it. It's just, we haven't had quality time together. But anyway, long story short, I guess we'll just get to my, my 1 month update. Well, even if I did film an introduction, I think it's unlikely that you would be able to tell any difference at all. I have been using it. Maybe you can see some dips in there. Maybe not. Yeah, I think so. Maybe a little bit. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Now, I have a couple of thoughts about this palette. I really love it. And I am a sucker for glitter. I am a sucker for shimmer. I mean, I love shiny things. I love shiny things and I love putting them on my face. My favorite ones are Half Baked and Toasted. I've been learning how to incorporate smog in a flattering way, which is cool because I can use more shadow that way. Sidecar is awesome as the glitter is in there. It actually doesn't stay on my lid. I mean, I put on my eye primer and the glitter just falls all over my face. And as much as I'd like to keep it there, I mean, I guess it's not entirely professional. I used to do that actually. The first eyeshadow that I had from Urban Decay had glitter in it, and back then I don't even think they had glitter glue or anything like that. So, and I didn't even have an eyeshadow primer. I would just put it on my lids, the color would stay on my lids, and the glitter would fall all underneath my cheeks like that, and I would just leave it there. Okay, and people would comment saying, did you know you had glitter on your face? And I'm like, yeah, I put it there and I like it, you know? So anyway, I actually wipe it away with a tissue now just because I can't go to work like that. If it were socially acceptable, I would be leaving the glitter there. I mean, who else would? Where are my girls at, right? I've been using Virgin as an inner corner highlight, and also when I went on vacation at the end of December, I was trying to minimize how much makeup I took, and so I used Virgin also as a top of the cheek highlight, which is really beautiful. It's subtle, yet it gives this really nice glow and healthy shine, I guess, to the cheeks, which I really did enjoy. The darker colors are harder for me to work with. I barely use gunmetal at all. These two I use as outer corner colors. Same with the Dark Horse. At least with my personal preferences now, I think I prefer a matte color in the outer corner just to give a little bit more depth and dimension to my look. A shiny outer V color works, but it just kind of looks flat, so to speak. I shouldn't say it doesn't look flattering, but it just doesn't give as much dimension to the look as I really would like. I guess I should mention too that I never put eyeshadow underneath my eyes, and the reason is because my eyes water a lot, and if I were to put color there, I mean, it would probably either disappear or transfer all over my face, and it's just not cute. Oh, I guess I should also mention that during my closet project panning days, I had incorporated a couple of eyeshadows that I wanted to use up completely. And so I'm still working on those along with my Naked palette. And I guess I'll just show what I'm working with just so you guys know. This color is actually a dupe for Sin. It's from Estee Lauder. It's called Blushing Goddess. This was my absolute favorite eyeshadow ever. It probably still is, except it's even older, if you can believe, than my Naked palette. I think I've had this for like 9 years now. I mean, that's pushing it. But I mean, I've sanitized it and everything like that. It's definitely losing its pigment. But anyway, my goal is to finish this up, and this is 0.7 ounces, so it's pretty larger than a standard MAC eyeshadow or even a single Urban Decay eyeshadow. And then the next item that I was working on was a Mary Kay eyeshadow. It is a matte color in Hazelnut. I think this is my favorite matte eyeshadow, period. It's amazing. Anyway, I had to repress it because it crumbled. And this is where I am. I hope I'm almost done with it. I mean, I've been working on it since April, and this is only a 0.05 ounce eyeshadow. I have been using it practically every single day in my crease as a transition color. and I'm still not done with it. I don't know how much longer it's gonna take for me to finish it, but I'm working on that first, and then I will move on to the mattes in the Naked palette. I do kind of wish that the Naked palette had a matte dark color, like not a black, but a dark brown, or like if Dark Horse or Hustle were matte, I would be over the moon with that, but they're not. That's okay, I'll still work with it. Anyway, that is my Pan That Palette 1 month update. Thanks so much for joining me, and I hope that you follow along with me on this journey. For my Pan That Palette, I will try to post more videos about Pan That Palette, my thoughts, and chit-chatting and getting to know you guys. I am just so excited to be in the community. I will talk to you later. Bye.